Hi guys, welcome back to our channel, Team Vault, and we have another episode of Relationship Goals. So, what is on the topic of our conversation today? Or tonight? Yes.
All right,
I
guys.
don't know what day it is at this point.
Our topic for this episode is we did receive a message from one of our subscribers, and she said the husband or the partner is chatting with another girl. Okay. But then when she asked, this husband and the girl denied that they are just friends from a group chat. She did not really elaborate that much. Keeps on denying, right? Until eventually the guy put a password on his phone.
Because she's going into his phone?
I guess. For sure, marami ring ibang tao na mayroong gantong sitwasyon na yung kanilang mga jowa ay yung mga chinachat na iba, nahuli na nga, nagde-deny pa. And to top it all, ayun nga, naglagay pa daw si kuya ng password sa kanyang phone. To start off, do we have password on our phones?
Yes, we do. The password I have, she actually knows. So it's not like I could hide anything if I wanted to on my phone.
Eh kasi, yung password niya, tsaka yung password ko, pareho lang. We keep the same password.
We actually keep the same password.
Yep. I could get to his phone anytime, but I actually don't need to, you know? Hindi ko kailangan because, number one, we trust each other, we don't hide things from each other, and that's because we communicate a lot. We tell pretty much everything that happens to our in our day-to-day living. So I think, what can you say about this particular situation we're in? The guy is denying about having a relationship with this chatmate, and then eventually he puts a password on his phone.
So all they're doing is talking. I
believe she was able to do like a screenshot of a conversation that she caught prior to the guy putting password on the phone. And it's really not that clear when I read it, but let's just pretend that they just keep on denying it. We're friends. Friends lang kami. Wala po kaming ginagawang masama. Charot. Yeah.
Well, so if you're just chatting with a member of the opposite sex, there's not anything wrong with that in general, especially with all the social media around and other ways for people to communicate. Eventually, you are going to communicate or chat with another female. The thing is that they're denying the conversation. They're denying the fact that they're talking, which automatically now you assume the worst out of everything. Why they're talking, why they're interacting, and then you're wondering, is there more to them just talking? So because he's not being clear on it, so it is human nature to automatically assume the worst.
Totoo yan. Especially tayo mga babae. We speculate a lot. Us girls, right? We speculate a lot.
Don't. Yeah, guys do.
Yeah, but
Start to wonder.
I know, but then I think it's not uncommon that girls jump into conclusion a lot of times, I guess. And it shows on their actions right away.
I guarantee it.
Sira ulo to. Ayun nga, tayo kasi mga babae, 'di ba? Marami tayong mga tanong, 'di ba? Na kapag hindi nasagot, nangungulit tayo na nangungulit. Pero katulad niyang example na 'yan, 'di ba? deny, the fact that you are talking to, like what you said, an opposite sex, and probably she has a hunch, maybe. I don't know. And like what you said, like it's there is no issue if a guy would talk to another girl.
There should not be an issue, considering the way things are today and age.
Like for example, when Tatay and I met, he has a girl best friend, right? Single, ha? Sexy, maganda, but sexy.
Oh.
But Tatay never gave me a reason for me to get jealous. You know what I mean? Because we're open. I can access his phone all the time, so I would see conversations if there are, you know. And then going back to our sender, on a man's standpoint, why would a guy put a password on the phone? Diba? Tama naman, diba? Tanungin natin yung mga lalaki, bakit kayo naglalagay ng password sa telepono nyo? No.
Why would a guy put a password other than some function on his phone requiring it? We're assuming he put it on there so she wouldn't find anything, right?
Then does that automatically mean that he's hiding things from her?
Oh yes, definitely. But if that is the reason, okay, so let's not jump to any conclusions here, right? But the fact is he already is denying the conversation of taking place. Again, it does not speak well on his behalf. Hopefully, if he had brought up, yes, you know what, we talk, this is what we talk about frequently throughout the day, then it should have been a non-starter. But because he is now hiding it, maybe he's just afraid that there will be an argument or a meltdown if she finds out or if she's really confirmed. So
Yeah.
maybe he's just afraid of the consequences of having an innocent conversation.
Could
But
be.
again, we don't know because he is shutting down, and so again, we are assuming the worst.
Yeah. What if, let's say, I tell you, hey, Tatay, I met this guy on randomly, let's say on Facebook, right? And then we just kind of like started talking and things like that. Like, are you gonna be okay with that?
I've said before, I trust you, so I would not assume anything damaging to our relationship would happen. Most of the male guys you talk to are either former office mates or former friends or straight up bakla.
Bakla.
So it's like there's no
No.
thought.
I'm talking about
I know.
a new acquaintance.
I know what you're saying. Okay,
Right.
so that's why I have to give this one some thought, because most of your acquaintances fall into those three categories. So you've never hit me with, hey, yeah, just talking to this guy on Facebook. But a random guy on Facebook is on Facebook. He's not down the street. No, I would not be concerned about it.
Okay.
So, because like I said, we're open, we trust each other, so it's not really. It wouldn't occupy my mind too much. So,
What advice can we give her, given her situation? It's like, oh, they keep denying. Oh, and if I'm not
more.
yes, I just remembered. Lumipat pa pala ng ibang chat app yung dalawang nagka-chat. So I can't remember what platform they initially started chatting on. Then they actually transferred to another chatting app.
both of them. But she knows the girl.
No.
Then how'd she confront the girl?
She might have
Messaged her on the app. Okay, that actually makes sense. Okay, I didn't think about that. Okay. Yeah, that's a difficult one because she's already confronted them and talked to them about it. And now she can't talk about what is on the conversations That is very unfortunate. Not that I recommend going sneaking into your partner's phone, but if you had an idea what the conversations were about, it'll be easier to find out what directions you are to go for. So, my only advice is you find out how long you're willing to put up with this. No, seriously, if he's talking with another girl and hiding behind your back, that is not right. So he needs to be either open with it or cut it off. But if he's hiding with it, if he's hiding the conversation, then he's hiding other stuff from the relationship. Find out what your options are for continuing with this relationship or not continuing with the relationship.
Uy, mahirap yan ha. So, ang sinasabi ni tatay is hanggang kailan mo iindain yang ganyang sitwasyon mo. Kailan ka magde-decide or itatanong mo sa sarili mo na kakayanin mo pa ba na ganyan or aayaw ka na sa relasyon nyo. For me, I think the question is, because for us, you know what I mean? Probably one of the reasons why we don't, Tatay and I don't get to that point wherein finding interest or having interest chatting with random people or, you know what I mean? New friends, so-called, because we enjoy talking to each other so much. You know what I mean? Like, Tatay and I, we could talk for hours, right? Like for example, we're shooting this video and it's already 12:30 a.m. right? And then after we shoot this video, we're still going to talk. We're still going to spend time together. It's weekend night and that's how we are. And I think isa yun sa mga hindi nagbibigay ng rason para makipag-chat pa kami sa iba. Kasi kami pa lang, sa amin pa lang, sapat na, alam mo yun, kami pa lang mismo. And we are already contented with what we have. And maybe that's a question that you could also ask, sender, you know, what did this guy see in this chatting from, what is he getting from chatting with this girl that he's not getting from you?
Oh, yes, that's a very good point. If he's talking to someone else, there might be something he is lacking that she is fulfilling in his life. Like I said, there's a long list of things that they could be reasonably talking about or chatting about.
Yeah, parang tanungin mo si kuya, 'di ba? Parang ano yung nakukuha mo sa pakikipag-chat dong sa babaeng na yon na hindi mo nakukuha kung ako yung kausap mo. And then you go from there. Kasi baka, alam mo yun, baka may underlying reasons that you don't know. You know what I mean? Why this guy is enjoying so much talking to another girl.
He might be getting relationship advice from her to deal with, you know what I mean, his current relationship. You know what I mean? Hey, how do I do this to make my partner happy?
But yeah, because if I am the one in that relationship, I don't think that I'm gonna last. Because
can't last.
Yeah, I can't. Personally, I don't tolerate that because there's a trust issue right there already.
Already is. That's why I said distrust.
Yep.
And it's only unless it's clear that he's no longer talking to this individual. Unless it's cleared up, it's just gonna grow.
Yep. And it will just keep on going and going. Because that moment na dininay niya, kahit nahuli mo na, tas naglagay pa ng password sa phone para hindi mo mabuksan ng phone niya, clear signs that something is not going right. We don't know what that is, you know, because we don't know the whole story. But I think the advice that we're gonna give you is, you know, try to have that conversation with your partner. Ask what is he really getting from that conversation with that, you know, chatting with that girl. Kung yun naman ang sinasabi, chatmate lang daw sila, wala naman daw silang ginagawang masama or magkaibigan lang sila. Like, what is it that made the guy continue to talk to that girl? and then go from there. Maybe by initiating that conversation, you would be able to uncover things or learn things from your partner, diba? And also try not to talk like in a confrontational way. You know what I mean? Like wag yung, oh mag-usap nga tayo, yung ganyan nakataas na agad yung boses mo. You know what I
That's
mean?
probably one of the hardest things to do.
Yeah, or let's say, okay, you guys are talking and then you're like this. And then with that one eyebrows,
Oh,
you
the
know, right?
bilingual,
Yeah.
you know, some of that. That's
Yeah.
a fast way to get your defenses up.
Yeah, because that is a sign na hindi ka rin naman makikinig, diba? I mean, if you are willing to talk, make sure that your ears are ready to listen. You know, like you have to have an open mind to understand things, and don't let your anger prevail. You know, because once that happens, you're gonna start raising your voices, and baka
just
mag-away
escalates
na
from there.
kayo. Yes. Ungkat-ungkat na ng mga pinag-awayan dati, and it's not gonna go very well. So, again, it's not an easy situation for you to deal with sa ating sender, but, just trust your instinct as well, you know what I mean? And pray, ask for guidance. Our camera is shaking.
Not me.
Ask for guidance kay Lord, so para ma-lead ka niya sa tamang direction. And just always just do what's right, and
That's right.
just believe in good karma, I guess. Why are you laughing when I said that?
Oh, no reason.
What's a way to say Papa? That's it for us for tonight's episode. Hopefully you guys were able to get something from it and relate to it. If you have any questions about relationships that you would like to send to us, you could go ahead and send it over at teamdevault at gmail.com. You could email it to us or visit it also on our Facebook page, Team Devault.
Awesome.
Thank you guys and have a good night. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.